day everyone, we are here again and you're watching FB Talks. I'm Kay Nally and together with me is my co-host, Miss Mary Jean Anyasco. Today we're thrilled to have a panel of brilliant minds, all BSBA Financial Management students, to explore more into the depths of the Philippine financial system.
We're not just learning from textbooks today. Our guests are future financial leaders, each with their unique perspectives. Let's kick off this enlightening discussion. Our first guest is a 19 years old financial management student, a very kind and humble daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Roberto Hamis, no other than Miss Tricia Ruby.
Our second guest is an active youth and an altar server, no other than Miss Patricia Gabriel Bisingan. Our third guest is a student leader and a student athlete of Northern Bukidnon State College. He is also an active youth of his community. Let us all welcome Mr. Jewel Ray Itkilang.
Hello everyone!
Our fourth guest is a 19 years old second-year student of Northern Bukidnon State College and an athlete. Ladies and gentlemen, the ever-gorgeous Miss Gwen Indio. And last but certainly not least, a big welcome to Mr. Len Frank Centino, who is also an active youth and a student who's eager to share his knowledge.
We're truly honored to have such a diverse and knowledgeable group of guests. Their insights are sure to provide us with a deeper understanding about our topic for today. Speaking of topic, today we are going to talk about the overview of the Philippine financial system.
That sounds interesting.
It is. So buckle up and get ready for an engaging and educational discussion that will leave you with a broader perspective about the world of finance. So without further ado, let's jump in.
Let's call again our first guest, Miss Tricia.
Hello Mari, hello everyone.
Hello Miss Tricia. I heard that your focused for today's discussion is all about the nature and necessity of finance and the financial claims. Can you briefly explain to us what is nature and necessities of finances?
Such a wonderful question, Mary. Yes, it is. The nature of finances refers to the study of how individuals, businesses, and organizations manage their money and their resources, while the necessities of finance refers to the basic principles and practices of financial management, such as budgeting, investing, and risk management. But in terms of intermediary between the credit providers and users, there are several types of intermediaries that play important role in the financial system, such as banks, credit unions, and insurance companies. That's all. Thank you.
Marvelous answer, Miss Tricia. I have another question for you to answer. How many elements of the financial system are there? Can you name at least one and share your background knowledge about that one element?
There are 5 elements of financial system. One of them is financial claims. So financial claims is a legal claim against the assets and income of a borrower or issuer of a financial instrument. These elements come in many forms such as stocks, bonds, loans, and derivatives. Example of these elements is when individuals or organizations purchases a financial bond and they are essentially lending money to the issuer or borrower in exchange for a promise of repayment in form of future interest or other income.
Thank you for sharing your knowledge and giving us time, Ms. Tricia. Now, in continuing to our topic about the elements of financial system, let's all welcome Ms. Patricia Gabriel to give us more answers to our questions. Hello, Ms. Patricia. I would just like to ask, in financial institutions, what problem are most likely to occur?
Yes, thank you for your question, Kay, and thank you very much for having me here today. In financial institutions, the common problems can include security breaches, fraud, data breaches, regulatory compliance issues, and operational disruptions. These institutions handle sensitive informations and large volume of transactions, making them susceptible to various risks.
Yes, I totally agree with you, Miss Patricia. So moving on, and now we are going to talk about the financial markets and the government agencies. So can you tell us what is their connection?
Yes, thank you again for your question, Kay. The connection between financial markets and government agencies is symbiotic. Government agencies provide the regulatory framework and oversight and policies that enable financial markets to function efficiently and securely. At the same time, the behavior and performance of financial markets have significant implications for the overall economy, influencing government policies, decisions, and actions.
Thanks, Miss Patricia. Now we are going to move forward to our third guest, Mr. Jewel. Mr. Jewel, can you tell us what exactly are the laws and policies in the elements of financial system?
The laws and policies in the elements of the financial system can vary depending on the country and jurisdiction. However, I can provide you with some common laws and policies that are often present in financial systems. Number 1. Banking regulations. These regulations govern the establishment, licensing, and operations of banks. They aim to ensure the stability and safety of the banking industry, protect depositors' funds, and prevent fraudulent practices. Number 2. Securities regulations. These regulations oversee the issuance, trading, and disclosure of securities such as stocks and bonds. They aim to promote fair and transparent markets, protect investors from fraud, and ensure companies provide accurate and adequate information to the public. Number 4. Monetary policy. Set by the central bank of a country, monetary policy refers to measures taken to manage the money supply, interest rates, and inflation. It aims to control inflation, stabilize the economy, and promote economic growth. Number 5. Anti-money laundering. These regulations require financial institutions to implement measures to prevent money laundering, terrorist financing, and other illicit activities. Number 6. Consumer protection laws. These laws aim to protect consumers in their interactions with financial institutions. They may include regulations on fair lending practices, transparent disclosures, and proper handling of consumer complaints. Number 7. Taxation laws. These laws govern the collection and regulation of taxes on income, investments, and financial transactions. They outline the tax obligations of individuals, business, and financial institutions operating within the financial system. It is important to note that the specific details and scope of these laws and policies can vary significantly from one jurisdiction to another. Therefore, it is always recommended to consult the relevant authorities or seek legal advice to accurate and up-to-date information pertaining to a specific country or region.
Mr. Jewel, I have another question. What are the specific roles do the financial institution play, such as assessing borrower applications and minimizing risk to ensure efficient fund transfer?
Financial institutions play several key roles in ensuring efficient fund transfer and minimizing risks. Some of the specific roles they play are: Number 1. Assessing borrower applications. Financial institutions such as banks review and assess borrower applications for loans or credit facilities. They analyze the borrower creditworthiness, financial stability, and ability to repay the loan. This assessment helps determine the suitability and risk associated with lending money to the borrower. Number 2. Risk management. Financial institutions have risk management departments that identify, assess, and mitigate various risks associated with fund transfers. They develop policies and procedures to minimize risks such as credit risk, market risk, liquidity risk, and operational risk. Number 3. Verification and authentication. To ensure secure and efficient fund transfer, financial institutions implement verification and authentication process. They confirm the identity of individuals or entities involved in the transaction, authenticate the legitimacy or transactions, and safeguard against fraudulent activities. Number 4. Settlement and clearing. Financial institutions facilitate the settlement of clearing of financial transactions. They ensure that funds are transferred smoothly and quickly between parties involved in transaction. This includes coordinating with payment systems, clearing houses, and other intermediaries to settle transactions accurately and efficiently. Number 5. Compliance with regulatory requirements. Financial institutions adhere to various regulatory requirements and guidelines related to fund transfers. This ensures that fund transfers are conducted in a transparent and compliant manner, minimizing the risk of money laundering, fraud, or illegal activities. Number 6. Technology infrastructure. Financial institution invests in robust technology infrastructure to support efficient fund transfer. They develop and maintain secure payment systems, online banking platforms, and mobile applications to facilitate seamless and convenient transfer funds. By fulfilling these roles, financial institutions contribute to the efficient and secure transfer of funds while minimizing risks associated with lending and transactions.
Wow, that makes me more interested about our discussion for today. Thank you, Mr. Jewel, for sharing us your knowledgeable answers and for giving us your time.
I'm very intimidated in our topic today. Now, we'll go on to our next guest, Miss Gwen. For the information of everybody, Miss Gwen, can you tell us how do financial institutions help connect those with in need of funds to borrow?
Thank you again for inviting me here, Miss Mary, and good day, everyone. So, financial institutions perform a brokerage function. They bring the lenders and borrowers together. They provide conveniently located offices to make things available and economical for both parties. Some types of financial institutions specialize in matching the supply of savings with the demands for funds.
Yes, and thank you so much, Miss Gwen. That was helpful for those who wants to open bank account or lend money to any financial institutions. And for last but not the least, our very own Mr. Lanfranc. Mr. Lanfranc, how does the financial system's interaction with political, economic, and social conditions impact this role in dividing the country's social and economic growth? Lan?
The financial system interactions with political, economic, and social conditions greatly influence its role in driving a country's social and economic growth. Political stability and effective governance can foster investors' confidence, leading to capital inflow and economic growth. Economic conditions like inflation and interest rate affecting borrowing costs, investment, and overall economic activity. Social factors such as income inequality impact consumers' behavior and demand. The interplay of these factors determine the financial system effectiveness in allocating resources, promoting investment, and enabling sustainable growth.
Well said, Mr. Lanfranc.
So we already heard all of our distinguished guests who shares their knowledge about the overview of the Philippine financial system.
That's right, Miss Kay. Now, partner, before our episode for today ends, I want to ask, what is your takeaway on the topic that we have discussed for today's episode?
My takeaway for today's episode is that I realized that learning the Philippine financial system is very important. Like having strong knowledge about the Philippine financial system is very important since it plays an important role in our nation. First is in supporting the business, whether in supporting a business, individuals, and also it focuses its role in the overall growth of the economy. And I think without the Philippine financial system, we won't be able to know how does the business progress, and also our economy, we won't be able to know our economy's progress. Now, how about you, Miss Mary? I also want to ask you, if do you think that teaching the importance of financial literacy or money management, like developing the habit of saving as one of their social program to the masses, can be effective to improve the quality of life?
Yes, because without financial literacy, we will be making the wrong decisions regarding how we save and invest our money. It helps to control the finances and to achieve our financial goals in life.
Absolutely, Miss Mary Jane. And there you have it, a captivating and insightful discussion about the overview of the Philippine financial system. We want to extend our heartfelt gratitude towards our dear guests who shares their expertise in shedding light on the various aspects of finance. Your contributions have truly made this show a success. We also hope that all of our fellow BSBA students and our dear viewers have gained valuable knowledge that will serve them well in their academic and personal journeys.
Stay curious, stay informed, and keep striving for a deeper understanding of the world around you. With that, we bid you farewell and we look forward to more enlightening conversations in the future. Once again, this is Merjin and together with me is Kay, and this is FB Talks.